I feel like shit.
Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days.
It's just one of those
happy days. The weekend comes, a cycle of.
It's just one of those days where you don't wanna wake up. Everything is everybody sucks. You don't really know why, but you wanna justify ripping someone's head off. No human contact, and if you interact, your life is on contract. Your best bet is
Just knock it off, you scum bucket.
it's just one of those days. It's just one of those.
Happy days.
It's just one of those.
Happy days.
It's just one of those days.
The weekend comes, a cycle runs. Ready to make stations.
It's just one of those days, feeling like a freight train. First one to complain, leaves with the bloodstain. Damn right, I'm a maniac. You better shoot, cause I'm fucking up your program. And you go stuck up, you just locked up. Next in line to get fucked up. Your best bet is to stay away, motherfucker. It's just,
I'm losing my cool.
it's all about,
Happy days.
it's just one of those,
Happy days.
it's just one of those days.
The weekend comes, a cycle runs. Ready to make stations.
Feel like shit. My suggestion is distance. Right now I'm dangerous. Right now I'm dangerous.
Something's happening to the bonds.
My day keeps going this way and this way.
I'm gonna pop you one so you'll start playing games.
Give me something great. Give me something great. I hope you know I pack a chainsaw. A chainsaw. A motherfucking chainsaw.
What?
So come and get it.
What we got here is a case of mistaken identity, you know?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chief Moody, and welcome to episode 17 of the Mood of the Nation podcast. How is everyone doing this fine Sunday evening? Yes, back to normal as per usual. For those who were not here on Friday's episode, I did I did episode 16, South Africa Part 2 on the Fridays instead of Thursday. But of course, everyone knows the story about them, but just a bit of a heads up with that. But that was only just a one time, but it's all back to normal as from this episode and then onwards. So Thursdays and Sundays, 6 till 8, that sort of thing. So let's have a look and see who's in the chat just now. Tricky Who. Don't think I've seen you before. Oops, one sec. Even folks, even to you too. Like I said, don't think I've seen you before, but if you're new here, thank you for watching the stream. Please hit the subscribe button and also hit the like button as well. That would be much appreciated. Laura Towler is in the house tonight. Hello, Laura. Thank you for watching the stream also. I really appreciate that. Amanda Lee, where is her original comment in the chat? Even to you too. Thank you for watching the stream. Ugly Truth. Hello, how you doing? Mood Stars. Yeah, it seems to be like almost like a nickname for I don't know if I want to call you guys like fans or like watchers or supporters or anything like that, but if there will come a time where if I do have, fans, quote unquote, I guess it'd be cool to have like a nickname for them, like maybe Moodies or Mood Stars or anything like that at all. So yeah, thanks to Ugly Truth. It's really awesome for you to do that. Rory, hello, sir. How you doing? Thank you for watching the stream. And also Tony Smith, as per usual. Thank you very much for watching. Budgie Burger, hello. How you doing? Thank you for watching the stream. Streaky Bacon, thank you for watching as well. Big Ears, thank you for watching as well. Gammon Sandwich, as per usual, thank you for watching the stream. JD Solway, thank you for watching the stream as well. Scott Johnson the second, or John Sten, sorry. Thank you for watching the stream as well. Really appreciate that. I don't know if I've seen you before, but maybe you have, but maybe it was a long while ago. But I don't know. But it's hard to keep track who normally watches the stream and who doesn't, sort of thing. But anyway, Jojo Gizmo, thank you for watching the stream. Steve Cray, thank you for watching the stream as well. Really appreciate you being here. Hound of Ulster. Hello, Moody in chat. Well, hello to you too. Hound, thank you for watching the stream. We also have Hightower005. Hello, sir. How you doing? Thank you for watching the stream as per usual. Let me see here. Happy Yorkshire Day. Oh, I remember seeing you posted something like that earlier today, Laura. I think it was on Telegram. I'm pretty sure I've shared it as well. Now that I think about it. But yes, there you go, folks. Happy Yorkshire Day. For those who don't know, so Moody Folk, another nickname for the fans, I guess. That's pretty cool. So today is going to be back to normal in terms of what's going to be talked about, and that is I have 2 or 3 articles or topics I want to discuss during this episode. So a couple of them, well, one is pretty blackpilling, the other 2. I don't know if you want to call them blackpilling or like, but they will cause a bit of anger, especially for the second topic we'll talk about here. But before I get into that just now, Andy McGregor, thank you for watching the stream. I'm in first time. Well, hey, Andy, if it's your first time being here, first of all, thank you very much for watching the stream. Please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button for more content, being that more episodes of Mood of the Nation, or maybe hopefully in the future, if I can, more individual videos later on. Don't know when they'll be, but I mean, probably at some point, maybe not. I'm not entirely too sure because I don't want to keep on doing just Mood of the Nation. I want to produce more content here and there. So let me have a look and see just real quick. Tricky Who? Yeah, I just lurk and listen mostly. Chief Moody, thanks for streaming, mate. No worries. Thank you very much for being here. Really appreciate you tagging along. Taito Alba, thank you for watching the stream as well. Let me see. I think that's about it for now. There's 32 people watching, so hey, that's a pretty good number. So hopefully more people will come along, especially for a Sunday episode. Maybe not, but who knows? We'll just need to wait and see with that, really. So, so what's this? Half-price pizza if you're vacated. Fair enough, Hightower. Fair enough. Funny enough, I actually had a bit of pizza earlier on, just for something for my dinner, of course, before the stream started. Wokefinder General, thank you for watching the stream. Afternoon, Patriots. Afternoon to you too, or evening, depending on how you see it after 6 o'clock. But that's beside the point. Anyway, so let's just get right into the stream just now. So I do have, as I said, 3 topics to talk about this fine evening. And also just a little bit of an update as well. After the show ends today at 8 p.m., if you watch Mark Collette's Warzone tournaments, then that's going to be on at 8 p.m. tonight. Going to be live on Mark Collette's Odyssey channel, and maybe I'm not too sure if it's certain like Laura's. No, I don't think it's Laura's Day live. I'm pretty certain it will be on Mark's Odyssey channel. Even then, I'll post the links in the chat as well once this stream comes to an end towards 8 o'clock around about that time. So just real quick. Only 24 likes. Come on, peeps. Yeah, 24 likes. I mean, still pretty decent, but yeah, it would be appreciated if we can get more likes into the episode. Anyway, so let's have a look and see. Oh, what Tyler 1381, real quick. Even though stopping by to say hello and can't stay at my birthday party. Have a good one, 14. Well, thank you very much, What Tyler. A happy birthday to you, and you enjoy the rest of your evening. Appreciate you being here and also hitting like buttons. It's really cool for you to do that. What to do is let me see if I can get the first topic at hand. Now, it does cover Yorkshire during this first topic, not in like a good way, as I may say, because it's something, for those who don't follow me on Telegram, I've shared this. When was this first published? This was the 30th of July, so fairly recently, around about this week. And I'm pretty sure you guys may have seen this new story already. I also just want to bring the microphone a bit closer as well. There we go. Right, okay. Let's have a look and see. So just share the screen just now. Okay. I'm working on a painting for the 9th. Oh, that's for the Indigenous Peoples Day. Well, that's really good. Perfect. Will you definitely do that, especially for the Indigenous Peoples Day? That's going to be a pretty big day for us nationalists for the 9th of August. Oh, another familiar face, Scott's Armor. Evening Moody, evening Troops, evening to you too, Scott's Armor. Thank you very much for watching the stream. I think you also got a stream lined up tonight at 9 p.m., if I'm not mistaken. normally on a Sunday, of course. But yes, so there you go. There's Mark Collette's Warzone tournament on tonight at 8 p.m. And then at 9 p.m., if you're interested, there will be Scott's Armor stream at 9 p.m. I'm not too sure who Scott's Armor is going to be having on this evening, but judging from the thumbnail, and I'm not too certain if it's a like a default thumbnail or anything like that, but he's going to be having guests on, maybe for like regular guests like Resisting the Lies or No Chance or anything like that. But anyway, Scott's Armor will have a stream at 9 p.m. if you're interested there. So like I said, I'll post the links towards the end as well. So let's see. Aunt Sally's in the house as well. Hello, Aunt Sally. Thank you for watching the stream. Just real quick with Gamma Sandwich. Am I the only person in Britain who still has a Sunday roast? No, I'm pretty sure some people in Britain will have a Sunday roast. I know my grandparents normally have a Sunday roast. I remember when I stayed with them for a bit, we usually have a Sunday roast every Sunday. It was actually pretty decent looking back on it. But at this point, never really have a Sunday roast anymore. It would be nice to have one like from here and there. So, but then again, we'll see in the near future. So, real quick, Budgie Burger. There are musicians and photographers and writers and video makers and painters and dancers, etc. Please create an art collective. Speaking of an art collective, I believe there is many types of accounts or channels on Telegram or Instagram, for that matter, with full nationalists do make creative content, which is art, music, or anything like that at all. I definitely would recommend seeing people like that. So, especially if there's one I know here and there, like the Patriarch, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong in saying this, but he does a lot of creativity, like music. Well, I don't know about music, but art especially, I do know that. Let me see. Scott's Armor real quick. That's correct, sir. Resisting the Lies and No Chance at 9 p.m. Many thanks, Moody. Much appreciated. Well, there you go, folks. Scott's Armor will be live at 9 p.m. with Resisting the Lies and No Chance, fellow Scottish YouTubers or content creators who talk pretty similar topics to what we talk about, of course. Let me see. I think there's another familiar face, General Zod. Now, if I'm not mistaken, is that supposed to be Charlie by any chance? If it is, thank you very much for being here. Really appreciate that, sir. And also for sharing of course, the stream throughout the multiple Telegram channels, of course. And he even says, I thought Scottish had haggis, not Sunday roast. Well, it's like true and not true, to be honest with you. We do have a Sunday roast, but some Scots, myself included, we'll have a bit of haggis here and there. As a matter of fact, whenever I'm at work, I usually get like there's like a little drive-by thing, like a small takeaway sort of place, and usually I would ask like a roll and square sausage with haggis, with a bit of brown sauce into it, which is really nice. But that's of course beside the point. Of course, with that. Let me see. English weather. Thank you very much for watching the stream. And let me see. I think that's about it in terms of JJ. Thank you very much. National Justice Party. I believe that's Mike Enoch's party, if I'm not mistaken. And also Eric Stryker, the guy's name is. Anyway, I need that brown sauce, mate. Let me see. Cultural appropriation, mate. Not to be not on, to be honest, mate. Haggis drive-through takeaways. Wow. I mean, it's not necessarily like a takeaway place. Like the guy drives up to our to the warehouse we work in. So, and of course, it's either rolls like bacon, like sausage, square sausage, and all of that. So really nice stuff, of course. But yeah, that's again beside the point I'm making. So, and also just one last quote to read that, or not comment, I should say. WACTV is the best YouTube for finding right-wing musicians. Check out their videos. Maybe we can check. I might check that out at some point. Even during when it gets to 7 o'clock, of course, I'll have my 5 to 10 minute break, and then I'll see if we can have a look into that as well, and then see if we can play it for the channel. So. And Sally's not a fan of haggis. So, to be fair, it's quite mixed up here in Scotland. Some people here love haggis, but then some people don't like haggis or hate it because of how haggis is made, sort of thing. So it's not just like only Scottish hate love haggis and English or Welsh or Northern Irish hate haggis. It's pretty divided up here as well. So, but that's that sort of thing. I do enjoy buttery when I'm north of the border. Fair enough. That's fair enough with that. It's a crab Cornish pasty. I would rather face a drive-by shooting than a drive-by haggis. Oh dear. In Minecraft, of course, So I can buy haggis from work. We get all the foreign foods in London. All right, that's fair enough. There we go, Scott. English weather. I love the haggis. Well, that's fair enough. Excellent. Sorry. So anyway, let's get right into the first topic at hand here. So the first one, as I mentioned before, is to do with Yorkshire. So not exactly the most. It's a pretty black-pilling type of story to talk about. Again, like I said, I'm pretty sure you all may have seen this already on Telegram or any other social media platform, but it's to do with this story here. From Yorkshire Live, Bradley Gledhill murder, six sentence for Batley stabbing as it happened in court. 20-year-old Bradley was stabbed, kicked, and stamped on in Batley last year. This article was published on the 30th of July of this year by Ben Abbas, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, a multimedia journalist, and Guy Bell. And this was, of course, was updated, so there you go. So, of course, I did read a bit of the story when it first came out, and obviously it's a very horrible story to talk about, especially what happened to him. And I'm pretty sure it may anger a lot of people who may be either reading through this or may have already seen the story before. But as per usual, just have a look through the article as well. So the article reads, "We are bringing you live updates from Leeds Crown Court here, where 6 men are to be sentenced for the murder of 20-year-old Bradley Gledhill in Batley last year." So, of course, this was written at the time when the court hearing was going on. So, obviously, it's past that at this point. So, the perpetrators who committed this horrible act as follows are, and I know I'm going to butcher the names, but, it doesn't really matter because these people are complete scum. Osman Coralia, age 19, Ahmed Coralia, age 24, Nabil Nasir, age 18, Raja Nawaz, age 19, and two 17-year-old boys who cannot be named for legal reasons, acted together as a pack to stab, kick, and stamp on the victim, leaving him to literally bleed to death in the street. All 6 were found guilty of Bradley's murder on June 2nd following a lengthy trial. The court heard how Bradley and his 2 friends happened upon his attackers by chance, and there was no evidence that they had met before. The killers later bragged about his murder before dumping Bradley's phone down the drain. Stay with us here as our reporter Guy Bell is in court today to bring you all the updates from the sentencing. And of course, I'm sure even when this was written, all the updates have all been covered all throughout this article here. So, key events: the fateful wrong turn that led Bradley Gledhill into the path of 6 evil murderers. So let's have a look here. 522, key event: the fateful wrong turn that led. Oh, we've already read that. Sorry. It was a chance meeting late at night that ended in the most brutal of killings. When Bradley walked down a Ginnell in Parkcroft, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, Batley, with his 2 friends on that fateful night, he had no clue that within minutes he would be lying in the street bleeding to death. His friends would also be seriously injured, stabbed multiple times, and fleeing for their lives. And of course, another key event here. So 126, 6 jailed. Oh, so this is all to do with like the other articles, like in that chronological timeline of what happened. So, because apparently what I said earlier on, that this is a very lengthy trial that's been going on for a while now. So 6 jail for a total of 81 years. Mr. Justice Keir has sentenced the 6 defendants to a minimum total of 81 years in jail for the murder of Bradley Gledhill. Judge concludes sentencing and thanks those who brought the 6 to justice. Mr. Justice Keir has concluded his sentencing, but he has turned his attention to those behind the large-scale operation, including detectives, police officers, and other eyewitnesses. He said he had seen and heard just a small fraction of the hard work that went into bringing the 6 defendants to justice, and showed his gratitude for their efforts. Irfan Hassan sentenced to minimum 11 years. That's not really a long enough sentence, to be honest with you, but hey, his role was sadly a very aggressive one and was pumped up with alcohol. The heavily built teenager kicked and stamped on Mr. Gledhill and gestured and bragged as he died on the street. He was only 16 years old at the time and has no previous convictions. Mr. Justice Keir said he was shown some remorse. Why would you show any remorse to someone who would commit a horrible act like this? But hey, that's beside the point, I guess. The minimum term will be 11 years, 9 years for the murder of Mr. Gledhill, increased by 2 years for the attempted murder of the second victim. A 10-year-old detention order was imposed to run concurrently. Nikash Hassan, sentenced to minimum 10 years, rushed out in pursuit of Mr. Gledhill and went to his pocket for what could have been a knife, but this was never confirmed during the trial. He kicked Mr. Gledhill twice to the head and threw his phone down the drain. Hassan, who was 16 at the time, is said to have shown remorse and was sentenced to life at Her Majesty's pleasure with a minimum term of 10 years. So remorse, but then they still did it to begin with. But anyway, Nabil Nasir sentenced to minimum of 11 years. Now 18, stopped Mr. Gledhill's friend from helping him as he was killed in the street. Nasir, who was convicted of murder and attempted murder, did not strike any blows at Mr. Gledhill, but did not walk away. He is said to have shown a combination of a callous absence of remorse and immaturity. Nasir also concealed evidence at his family's home, suspected to be a knife or knives, but Mr. Justice Keir said he could not be sure. He is also said to have played less of a role in the murder than the other 5 defendants in the murder. He also had a limited role in the attempted murder, but he delivered 2 kicks to the man during the joint attack. Nasir will be detained at Her Majesty's pleasure for life with a minimum term of 11 years. A sentence of 8 years at a YOI will run concurrently for the attempted murder. So, of course, let me just have a quick check of the chat and see here as well. No mention of race. What a surprise. Yeah, well, you can kind of see that when it comes to like the names, but I get an idea. But I can understand where you come from with that. They never really explicitly say the race of the people, which, of course, does speak many volumes of that. It's almost like as if... It's almost like as if either the police or the reporters or anyone like that are trying to cover that part up, which, of course, should speak many volumes about that. Ahmed Koralia, sentenced to minimum of 16 years. He was 23 years old at the time. He committed the murder and attempted murder. The judge said he thought it likely that he knew his brother had a knife, but that he was not sure he was aware he had taken it to the scene for it to be used. He helped immobilized Mr. Gledhill's friend as others attacked him and later launched a casual, vicious kick to Mr. Gledhill's head as they lay on the ground. The minimum term for the murder will be 16 years. Karolia helped corner the attempted murder victim and kicked him while his brother stabbed him. A concurrent sentence of 14 years was imposed. I think there's some other 2 more convictions for the other 2, so hold on 1 second. Yeah, here we go. Raja Nawaz, sentenced to minimum 12 years. Raja Nawaz, who was 18 at the time, gave a mocking salute towards Mr. Gledhill as he bled on the street. Mr. Justice Keir said, adding that he held his helpless victim while others struck him. The violence was described as spontaneous, and the judge accepted Nawaz did not land blows himself. He was said to have shown no surprise when Irfan Hassan said, "We've killed him. The minimum term will be 12 years. Finally, Usman Koralia, sentenced to a minimum of 21 years. The judge added that all defendants must be handed life sentences either in prison or detained at Her Majesty's pleasure. Mr. Justice Keir has begun to address Usman Koralia, who turned 20 on the day of his conviction. He said his starting point must be 25 years because he took a knife to the scene and he used that knife to commit the murder. He said aggravating features are that it happened in a public place and in front of a child. Carolia was seen to stamp on Mr. Gledhill and dragged his body along to the pavement. Jesus. Mr. Justice Keir described the attack as spontaneous, saying, "You may have intended to cause him serious harm rather than kill him." The judge described the murder as hideous and said he will take a starting point of 17 years and increase it by 3 years for the attempted murder. It will also be increased by 1 year for the wounding with intent of the third victim. One of the victims was stabbed 6 times and suffered a punctured lung. The other received 2 stab wounds and managed to get into his car and flee the scene. For the attempted murder, a sentence of 18 years in a young offenders institution will run concurrently to that of the 21 years imposed for the murder of Mr. Gledhill. A further 5 years will run concurrently for the wounding of the third victim. So, at the moment, of course, it's not the end of this entire article here, but obviously, from the descriptions of all of that, it's absolutely sickening what they did to this boy. Of course, obviously, they never exactly mentioned the ethnicity of the perpetrators as per usual. Again, as I said before, it's almost like as if they're trying to hide something regarding to that and not want to start anything up. Or again, that's what I'm suspecting here. And of course, there's many more updates throughout this article here. For example, judge returns to deliver sentences. Mr. Judge Keir has returned and will begin to pass sentence. He said, to quote, "You thought nothing of killing him in the open air in public. A young child was watching. You thought nothing of the unending pain of Bradley Gledhill's family." Judge to decide sentences. Mr. Justice Keir will now rise to consider what sentences to hand to each of the 6 defendants in the case. As a reminder, all 6 are set to be sentenced over the murder of Bradley Gledhill. The Correlia brothers and Nasir are to be sentenced over the attempted murder of another victim, whilst Usman Carolia will be sentenced over the wounding with intent of a third man. Judge lifts reporting restrictions. 2 17-year-olds being sentenced over the killing of Bradley Gledhill have been named for the first time. The judge has lifted reporting restrictions so the 2 17-year-olds can be named. Submissions had been made by their lawyers for reporting restrictions to remain in place until their 18th birthdays. But Mr. Justice Keir said the public interest was strongly in favor of lifting them. Well, of course, obviously that, because I would imagine that the public would want to know who exactly these perpetrators really are, because obviously from with that part, it's obviously from the lawyer's perspective, they're trying to protect the identities, which, I mean, why? And maybe there's like some kind of like age aspect to it, because I think the lawyer even said with that passage there, it would rather just wait until they're 18 years old to be lifted. But of course, even if you're like 17 years old or 16 years old, you still commit an act like this, you know damn well exactly like what you've done wrong in that type of situation. So again, it just really comes off as like they're trying to hide something when it comes to like 2 of these perpetrators. But we'll just continue from that here. Judge to consider sentences. Mr. Justice Keir will now rise to consider with sentence from hold on 1 sec. I think we've already read that one already. Don't know why it's brought up a second time, but anyway, defendants making submissions. Submissions are now being heard from those representing the 6 defendants convicted of Mr. Gledhill's murder. 2 17-year-olds named for the first time. I'm sure we've already read that part. I don't know why it's brought up for this second time. Anyway, here we go. So I'll give this one. Bradley's sister says life is like a jigsaw with one piece missing. Mr. Gledhill's sister, Bryony, said that her family's lives are like a jigsaw puzzle with one piece missing. In her statement read to the court, she described the unbearable pain and grief she felt at his funeral. She added that she struggled to comprehend why a gang of strangers kill someone innocent and try to kill another too. Emotional statement by Bradley's mother read out. An emotional statement written by Bradley's mother, Kelly Hubbard, is being read to the court by prosecutor Peter Makepeace. In it, she stated she and her family have been handed a life sentence as they try to come to terms with his loss. She said that her son has been robbed of his life and of a future, and that no mother should have to bury their child, adding it goes against human nature. Judge enters room. The judge, Mr. Justice Keir, has made his way into the courtroom, and a series of administrative matters are being taken care of ahead of the sentencing of course, the perpetrators in question. So that's the end of the article here. I don't know if there's any. No, there's no comments to read out here with that. So obviously, from reading that that story, and like I said, I've seen the story covered on Telegram before. Obviously, it's shocking. It's absolutely horrible. No one should ever have to go through anything like that at all. And I mean, dare I say it, it's another example of another white person being killed by the hands of multiculturalism. So I'm sure Bradley will be added on to the list of white deaths. Same people like Chris Donald, Emily, et cetera, et cetera. So it may seem very blackpilling at the moment regarding to that, but hey, it's my heart goes out to the family in this case because I think it was a daughter or the mother said it, but they should never have to. Well, no, it was the mother. Sorry, the mother should, or no, well, not just a mother, but no parent should ever have to bury their child in any way, shape, or form. It's just absolutely terrible. That really terrible. That I also just want to see what's been said in the comments as well, because I know a lot of people have a lot to say about that, because it's just yeah, disgusting, really disgusting. So let me see. UELO, hello, how you doing? Thank you for watching the stream. Let me see here. And I also know it's 57 people watching. That's really good. So thank you for those who just joined the stream. White boy stab. Who gives a shit? Let's start with a bass line and a drum machine. Okay. Let me see. Well, they don't mention the race. We all know what race they are. Yeah, exactly. All these reporters and newspaper outlets who never really mention the race, you can pretty much tell what race they are. I mean, it's pretty much public knowledge at this point. I guess they think the general public are just beyond stupid regarding to that. So these people are evil, no exaggerating. Well, see that this is a confusing thing about this entire story, and of course, I'm not. Obviously, what happened to Bradley was horrible. My major question is, what did this Bradley boy do to these boys? I mean, obviously, I'm not trying to say there's any justification. There's no justification whatsoever. It's horrible what they did to Bradley. But is this just a case of they just decide to attack Bradley just for the hell of it? If that is the case, then that just makes these boys, these perpetrators, even more like a bunch of scumbags. Because I tried to look into it a bit further and just see if there's any, like, again, I'm not trying to come off as if like there's any what was the word I was gonna say, like any justification for what the boys did. But if it comes to the point where it's like they just killed him just for the hell of it, then that just makes them even worse. So the minimum sentencing, I mean, again, it's just too short. It definitely should be a life sentencing for all 5 or all 7 of the boys in this case. But it's, what did Chris Donald do? Nothing. Exactly. Yeah, it definitely reminds me of Chris Donald in a way. Like it definitely comes off with this Bradley boy. He did absolutely nothing to these perpetrators whatsoever. So Jojo Gizmo, it was because he was white, and that was the only reason. Just like Chris Donald. Yeah, this really does come off as if like this is like it's very similar to the Chris Donald case. The more I think of it, again, it's absolutely horrible what happened. So my heart goes out to the family. Hopefully they can well, I know that there's no way to recover from it because, again, no family or even parents for that matter should ever have to bury their child in that way. So, but again, my heart goes out to the family with that. And maybe even what we can do, especially you guys in the chat, what we did the last time, another similar topic we talked about in one episode, with your emojis, whether on your computer or like a laptop or anything like that at all, or anything like that, or even on your phone, with your emoji, could you maybe put in like a flower emoji as like a way of paying respect to Bradley Gledhill regarding to that? So I think that's the only way we can show support for the family in this case throughout the chat. So if you guys can do that just now, that'd be really fantastic, of course. Just want to read this one here real quick. Culture is the law. The longer it takes the media to mention the ethnic identity of a criminal, the more likely they are to be non-white. Exactly that, Game Sandwich. There we go. Ragnar Iron Spear did it first. Thank you very much for that. I really appreciate that. It's discussing how that they hide the killer's identities, like the James Bulger case. Yeah, I know, it's very similar to that. Rambling Ralph Snake, thank you very much for the flower emoji as well. Jojo Gizmo, again, thank you very much. Rest in peace. Thank you very much, Steve Cray. Woodlander, hello, thanks for watching the stream and also for doing that as well with the emoji. Same thing to you, Dragon Energy. Really appreciate that. Yeah, it's all coming in now, like the flower emojis. Really appreciate that, guys. Thank you very much. Again, just a way of just showing respect and showing solidarity for Bradley Gledhill. So, Tower, yes, man. Hound of Ulster. Yep, everyone's doing it. Excellent. Again, I appreciate that, guys. Thank you very much. It's actually one thing I forgot, which is my water ball, but oh well. If I actually know, it's just right there. We know that we are the targets. Yeah. It's a valid point. Yeah, but it's not even like subtle anymore. It's definitely out in the open at this point. What to do, guys? I'm just gonna be right back. I'm just gonna quickly grab my water bottle. It's literally just like just a couple of meters away from me. So just bear with me just a second. I'll be right back. One sec. Just unmute that. There we go. Perfect. That's me back. Sorry about that. Just grabbing my water bottle. So, and there's still plenty of water, so that's fine. So, there's another good quote here from Dragon Energy. Hold on one sec. We need to start keeping the record for Fallen. Yeah, that's definitely true, Dragon Energy. Well, now that you mentioned that, I think there is something like that on the Patriotic Alternative website. So let me just see if I can find that real quick. Hold on. Is it here? I'm at... Right, where can I find that? Oh, yeah, here we go. Yeah, so it's definitely on here in the In Memoriam page. Let me just also put in the chat as well, just in case for those who haven't seen the page before. So there is the Patriotic Alternative website link, in particular the link for the In Memoriam page, where you have all the victims of multiculturalism in there. So let me see, like Emily Jones, Lucy Lowe, Chris Donald, Rebecca Kane, so on and so forth. Yeah, definitely on there. And what's even more shocking about this In Memoriam is a huge list, which, it's just, it's horrible to think. Really is horrible. So, but it's all there for you all to see. And I'm pretty sure Bradley, as I mentioned before, will be added onto that list, which I don't want to say that, but it's just the truth, of course. You know, it's just a fact of reality at this point. So, good. Glad to see PA keep a track. Yeah, it's definitely good for them to keep track of that, which I know it maybe seem as blackpilling, but if you think about it as a way of waking people up of the absolute horrendous nature we're all, us white people are all going through, I mean, especially now at this point with the critical race theory stuff that's going on, the ever going revisioning of like history, culture, and all of that. It's just you can tell they really want us getting rid of. It's not even like solid at this point anymore. They really want to get rid of us at this point. Thurble scumbags. It's. I was gonna say no surrender to anti-whites. That's definitely true. Gamma sandwich. It's gonna get worse. Yeah. If we don't do anything about it, then it's just going to get worse from here at this point, way worse. We understand how our enemy's media machine is using subtle and not so subtle psychological tactics to make anti-whites think they can do whatever they please, and they'll get a slap on the hand. Yeah, that's a very valid point, Tricky. Very valid point. I despise Hamza. Yeah, I don't like Hamza Youssef as well. I mean, especially the stuff he's been pulling when it comes to Scotland and all of that. No, this is definitely true. White lives do matter. Yeah, they do matter. It's blackpilling, but we can't forget what's been unleashed on us. That's true. Yeah, it's a good thing for us to actually talk about this and get this out there. Whether it's, I know it's YouTube and all of that, but other platforms like Odyssey and Twitter, Telegram and all of that. So it's definitely a good idea to actually talk about this, as I mentioned in episode 16 this past Friday. So, but I think we'll just move on from that topic. So obviously, long story short, it's horrible what happened to Bradley. Obviously, we share our thoughts by throwing the flower emoji for him, which again, I really do appreciate that, guys. And my heart goes out to the family. Hopefully they can definitely recover from this. So, but anyway, Timmy Bobinson, hello, how you doing? I have all the culture I need in this chat: Scots, Welsh, English, Northern Irish. Yeah, that's definitely true. There's quite a mixture of people in here in terms of nationality. So it's pretty diverse, if you can call it that. Maximum diversity in the chat. Yeah, that's definitely true. So, oh dear. Let me see if we want to. It's not 7 o'clock or at the moment, which is totally fine. We could definitely move on to the second topic at hand here, which I've shared this on my Telegram channel this past week, and I'm pretty sure some of you may have seen this already. But it's to do with a Fortnite player. So for those who don't know, Fortnite is this very popular video game that's, I think, is free to play or something like that. Maybe that's the reason why it's so popular to begin with, because it's free for people, especially for those who support communism, I guess. But that's beside the point. But it's a pretty big game, to the point where on social media, especially with platforms like YouTube, you get all kinds of channels dedicated to Fortnite and people playing the game and all of that. So every time I pass Hamza's office in the south side, I get mischievous thoughts. Oh dear. I wonder how many Americans like me are in the chat. Well, that's a pretty interesting question, actually, because I know Ramblin' Ralph Snake, you're American. I think there's another guy, Dogskin is American as well. So maybe there's some American viewers here, which is pretty cool. So hopefully more may come later on, but you never know. So. But anyway, sorry, back on topic. So I got the article up here by the Sun newspaper. Now I know it's the Sun, it's a pretty scummy newspaper, but just bear with me here when it comes to this particular topic. It's all to do with a fellow Fortnite player by the name of Raul Zito. So it's this disgusting degenerate right here. Now, again, as I said before, I've talked about this, or even shared this on my Telegram page before. Some of you did comment it on before, but basically, pedo gamer, popular Fortnite gamer Raul Zito raped kids and he lured on live stream after boasted of playing with young talents, quote unquote. This article was published on the 28th of July. And I mean, I know there's the old saying, like, never judge a book by its cover, but just look at him. I mean, just look at him. All right, he's just he looks like a child molester. I know. There's the old saying, never judge a book by its cover, but you can't help it, can you? You just look at the person at one time and think, yeah, there's something dodgy about that person. I mean, he just looks like Vosh with like a pink beard and like a. I mean, he's got a man bun, but it's not like completely rounded. It's kind of like what does it remind me of? Like a, is it like a palm tree you call it, where it's like all kind of spread out, like something you see in like California or any tropical resort. It's just something like that. I don't know if that's the right term or the right name for it, but anyway, I'll just get into this article real quick and then see from there. A popular Fortnite gamer has been arrested for allegedly raping 2 children he lured using his live stream. Brazilian Raulino de, I'm going to butcher this name, Oliveira Maciel, I think that's how you pronounce it. It's Brazilian, so you can't really blame me here. Non-white, of course. Who goes by the name Raulzito and has a huge following, boasted of playing with young talents. Actually, well, it's not like European, but would it be brown or white in terms of like race? But sorry, we'll come back to that regarding to that. So, but let's have a look. Both of it playing with young talents. Let's have a look here. Maciel has a huge online following. Cops say he used to lure victims. Actually, I think he does have like a YouTube channel. Hold on one second. We'll just have a look here. So check this out. Again, slightly earlier on, but we'll have a look here and see with that. Hold on one sec. I actually don't know if it may be still on YouTube because of what happened, I'm pretty sure his channel maybe have been taken down, but yeah, I don't really see his channel anywhere. No, I don't see it. No, don't see it whatsoever. All right. Okay, we'll just get back into the article here. The gamer being out into the back of the police car, obviously from the photograph. Let me see. He used his social media channels to live stream himself playing Fortnite, an online video game released in 2017 that boasted 80 million active monthly users last year. Cops in Brazil say he used his prominence in the gaming world to abuse children. Child protection officers detained him on Tuesday in this place here in the state of Santa Catarina. Police have said in a statement, they said the mother of a boy alleged her son was abused between February and May this year. Another child under 12 years old also reported being abused, said police, though they didn't reveal their gender. The victims are aged between 10 and 14 years of age, are child theater, film, and TV actors, police say. The rape allegations. They alleged that he promised them access to jobs in the gaming world and could even get them work in TV. The alleged rapes took place in Niterói, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, in the Rio de Janeiro region, and in the Municipality. Again, I'm not the master of pronunciation, it's my bad here, so of Sao Caetano do Sul in Sao Paulo. It's suspected the gamer had other underage victims, local media reports. On the description of his YouTube channel, Maciel writes that he plays alongside young talents, quote unquote. Maciel boasts 207,000 followers on Instagram, 118,000 followers on Twitch, and has a YouTube channel with 144,000 subscribers, which again, most likely they've been taken down because of what this guy did during this case. Let me just scroll down a bit more. Here we go. He used his experience and prowess to start a consultancy for young gamers, ostensibly to finding and train new talent in the gaming universe. The banner of his YouTube channel shows a cartoon of him with his distinctive dyed blue hair and a pink beard, smiling alongside a group of children, which that's not creepy at all whatsoever, right? In fact, let me just see if we can still find the banner here. Hold on a second. Because again, why is it not letting me type? Okay, hold on one second here. Seemed to be something. Just get back onto here real quick. There we go. The lefty, the loony left. It's not a cliche. Yes, it's not a cliche whatsoever. So infuriating. Let's see. No one left will be celebrating him, no doubt. Yeah, I mean, you can imagine that at this point. Good evening to you too. English Sailor, thank you very much for being here. Let me see. I saw a lot of his types once when I passed through Brighton. Jeez. It seems to be there's a lot more of them coming out at this point. Brazilian Vosh Puke, yeah. It's this stuff is funny. It shouldn't be, but it is. I mean, just for looking at the guy. RW, thank you very much for watching the stream. Good evening to you too. Yeah, but no brother says AM Streaky Bacon. That's response to comment. Mr. Pinkbeard looks like he belongs in Brighton. Yeah, I mentioned it before. I need some fufu and fish curry. Let's see. F and hell. If I was a child and someone was going to try and prey on me, I'd hope it would be someone better looking. Oh, Jesus Christ, Colin. That's really dark. That's really dark. Brighton is the gay capital of England. Of course, let me explain that. Let me see here. Okay. Right, okay. That's fine. Yeah, it's not letting me type for whatever reason, so I don't know why that is. I'll just come back onto that real quick. Anyway, for what I'll just do is I'll see if I can fish off the article in question. Oh yeah, it's all to do with the banner, right? Okay, let me see if I can find this here. Maybe I can come back to. Sorry if it was too dark. That's fine, Colin. Don't worry about it. Maybe I could try and find that that banner maybe after the break because again something up with my keyboard. It's not entirely typing anything, which is a bit odd. But anyway, so that's completely fine. Let me see. Oh dear. Let's see. Okay. So I just want to have a quick look at the comments again, just real quick again. Chief, let darkness be your guide. Yeah, fair enough. Chief Moody, we must sacrifice these pedos to Artemis, the Greek goddess of the hunt. I'm not really know much about my Greek mythology or Greek stuff, but I can see where you're coming from with that rambling rattlesnake with that as well. Every degenerate I have ever had the displeasure of meeting wants to live in Brighton. Well, I think Brighton should be investigated, of course, further with that. It seems like a complete cesspool of a town. What in Christ's name is that? State of the twat. Yeah, it's. When was the last time anyone said, "Core, I am dying for a Nigerian. Get the menu, love." I would keep my kids well away from him. Yeah, he even just again. I know there's the old saying, "Never judge a book by its cover," but you just have one look at him and you think, yeah, he doesn't look very trustworthy, especially when it comes to around kids. But anyway, look at the state of that. Yeah, the sun equals the shalom. Yeah, of course, responding to the guy in question. All the white brothers across the world are all the culture I need. Fair enough. Let me see here. That's all up to date with the chat. That's fine. Excellent. Okay, then. Let me see. Have you ever met any of those kind of people personally? That's a good question. I've never really. Well, I've met gay people in my time, or even people. Well, there was like one gay person I remember back in the day. I sound old when I say that, but it's very weird, right? Like he was the most flamboyant person you'll ever meet. But then he'll say he's not gay, but he hangs around with women and girls. This was all back in high school, of course. So it was just very weird. So I've met one flamboyant gay person in my life. There was another gay person I've met who we never knew he was gay, but we found out that he was gay like later on. It was like, all right, so in terms of like people like the person in question is Raul Zito. I never really met those kinds of people who have like colorful beards or hair or anything like that. But Yeah, I mean, if I ever meet someone like that in person, I'm not gonna like instantly trust them or even uh just I would be very cautious with being with that type of person. I would definitely be cautious with someone like that. I bet that degenerate is also into eating the. Dear. Yeah, I bet he would be into all kinds of degenerate stuff. I definitely wouldn't be surprised at that. My grown-up daughter lives in Brighton. None of those types on her estate. It's all locals. Let's see. Just eating the poo-poo. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yep, and I still cannot type for the life of me. This is absolute perfect timing, especially for the stream. Right, okay. The poo-poo. Oh yeah, just for those that don't know what I'm talking about. So on Friday's episode with South Africa Part 2, because of how blackpilling the entire subject matter was, I've decided to lighten the mood by playing the classic eating the poo-poo video where you have I think it was in North Africa, because I know that some places in Africa are extremely religious, like Islamic religious or even Christianity religious. But it's a video of like I think it's a pastor, like a North African pastor, talking about gays and what they do behind the scenes and all kinds of degenerate stuff going on behind the scenes. It's worth showing it again. Well, yeah, maybe for a better context for some people, but I don't know if I can actually get this up here. Hold on one sec. Let me see if I can try and see if I can find a keyboard app. Hold on one second. Love a bit of pasta, like. Oh dear. Let me see if I can find something like here. One sec. Oops. Maybe something display or anything like that at all. Hold on. Right, okay. The pasta. Great if you can, Moody. It's so funny. Yeah, I'll see if I can get that video up here again, just for like context sake. All right, I should be able to find it here. Right, one sec. Some of you may remember this video. This video I remember came out back in the 2000. Well, I think it was like I think it was like 2008, 2009, or something like that. But I remember it came out at the time. Everyone was kind of talking about it. Right. Let me see if might be able to find my history page. Hold on one sec. Right. I'll play this video, and then because it's coming up towards 7 o'clock, I'll play the video first, and then I'll go for my break, and then see from there, and then I'll come back with the last topic at hand, because I think we're not entirely finished this article here. Yeah, right. We'll see if I can find the video first, and then go from a break, finish off that second topic, and then we'll get on to the third topic. So, let me see here. I am pretty sure it's not too far along with the history page. One sec. One second here. Yeah, found it. This must be it.
Martin Semper.
Yeah, this is the original. Perfect. No, unedited. Right. Excellent. Okay, so let me just screen share that here. AlphaGo, hello. How you doing? Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching the stream. Really appreciate that. Let's see. Did you see the video where a man is reading and got hit by a bus and went straight into a pub? I think I remember seeing something like that, which hopefully the guy was okay. I do remember, I don't know if it was on Twitter or Telegram I saw that on, but I remember the video you're talking about, and hopefully the guy seemed okay. So yeah, I do remember seeing that. Share audio, and then yeah, there we go. Right, so here we go. So I'll even just full screen the video. So again, just watch this video, and then I'll go for my break. But then we'll see. We'll come back to the topic at hand. So anyway, folks, I'll be watching along. Not going to go on my break just now, but we'll just play the video first. So 3, 2, 1, play.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Pastor Dr. Martin Semper. I'm here in the capacity as the chairman of the National Task Force Against Homosexuality in Uganda. We are making legislation to make sure that sodomy and homosexuality never sees the light of legality in this land of the Pearl of Africa. I've taken time to do a little research to know what homosexuals do in the privacy of their bedroom. One of the things they do is called anal leaking, where a man's anus is leaked like this by the other person, like ice cream. And then what happens, even poo-poo comes out. The other poo-poo's out, and then they eat the poo-poo. The other one they do is they have a sex practice called fisting, where they insert their hand into the other man's hand, and it goes into the anus all the way. And it is so painful, they have to take drugs, but they enjoy it. Now, if we have any children, please step out. This is a parental guidance moment. That child can be moved out. So I've done research. This is what they do. Number one, you can see a man here having sucked the other person's rectum, and the other person is poo-pooing, and this one is eating the poo-poo all over the place. Tell me, when you have a law against homosexuality, do you say except eating poo-poo? I mean, look at this guy sincerely. Bishop. Stagafulaiza. Hajat. We do not want this sickness. This is sick and it's therefore deviant. We do not want it.
Now, they start off by touching each other's genitals and smelling each other. Then this one smears the poo-poo all over the other person's face. As if that is not enough, he puts the hand deeper. As Africans, we want to ask Barack Obama to explain to us, is this what he wants to bring to Africa as a human right, to eat the poo-poo of our children?
And that's that. Wait. Let me just get back to that real quick. The sickness, we do not want it. He's kind of got a point. Yeah, he kind of had a point. This is what Biden does to underage teen. Oh God, I like the cut of his jib. Perhaps he's doing exactly what he describes. Oh God, but there you go. Hopefully you guys based. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. So it was funny. Absolute classic lol. I kind of had a feeling like with Friday when I first showed it, that it seemed like some of you didn't know exactly what the video was or didn't really see it, but it's still a pretty funny video to watch anyway. So to be perfectly honest, I don't want it here either. He's got a fair point. Yeah, well, actually, speaking of that. I'll actually play this other video and then I'll go for my break, because there was another video I've watched because I thought I would watch that video again just for the hell of it, and there was another one I saw in the recommended list of videos to watch with that. So I wonder if I can see that if I can find that here, because it's similar to the one we just watched. Let me see if I can find it just now for you guys. Let me see. Should be along here. One sec. Into the other man's anus. Oh, there it is. Right, perfect. Hilarious Ugandan. Yeah, a Ugandan interview. That's right. Right. Okay, so let me just also share this as well. And eat the do you accept these Africans eating the poop? Is this one? I don't know if you guys have seen this before, but 6 minutes long, but we'll just play it along. So anyway, we'll just watch it. So here we go.
We bring in the studio this morning one of the gay rights activists, Mr. Should I call you Mr? Pepe Julian Onzima. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Morning to you.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay. You are a transgender.
What shows that I'm gay?
You are a transgender, and you're a gay rights activist and an outspoken lesbian, homosexual. How can I describe you? Now we're looking at the raging debate. You're a gay rights activist. Why should someone be gay? You're having a girlfriend.
Yes.
Do you perform the natural obligations?
I'm not sexually active right now.
So what are
By
you doing with
choice.
this lady?
By choice.
By choice.
Yeah. I've just not. I've chosen not to engage.
Doesn't that make you gay?
What do you mean? Doesn't that make me gay? I am male and attracted to a female.
So who is gay?
I'm gay.
ono omusajja Chris Mubiru alidde bisiyaga n'atwonoonera eggwanga ono bw'ala yandize n'atwetondera nti banange mutusonyiwe.
I told you I'm a human rights defender. And I see Pastor Semper has come.
Yeah, sorry, just a bit of context for this person here. So this is a transgender, male, I'm assuming. Born as a woman, but then transitioned into a male, and that's why the news anchor is like, "Why are you gay? You are gay," that sort of thing. There you go. So just to give you guys a bit of context to that, of course. So there you go.
Yeah, when I agreed to come to this show, I spoke to you.
I'm sorry, it's just
He cannot just storm in. So if he storms in, I storm out. Thanks for your time. I cannot go on with this debate
Before you
anymore.
go, do you recognize these things?
Pepe, I'm sorry. Can you give me a minute?
Pepe, do you recognize some of these things here? These are some of the things they use. I want to give you evidence. You see,
Pastor, aren't you being too harsh to these people? Why for once can't you relax and then think about the pain they go through as society ostracizes them?
Don't have the equipment to be a man. So what do? To be able to try and penetrate the other person, they use carrots because it's a carrot. Because it's a matoke.
I think you're being a little
no. Because it's a mbogoya. Because it's a binobichukamba. When you use something like this and you put it inside you, you rip your urinary tract areas. When they put it inside there behind, Chris Mubiru.
But this is a disorder, right? If it's a disorder,
yes.
Do you feel you're handling it the right way?
Yeah, I'm glad she's talking about for everyone. It's a she. You see, this one is a banana.
Don't abuse someone's sex.
I know her.
This gentleman is a transgender.
She's a female. There are no two. It is either male or female.
Homosexuality in this country.
I told you it's not homosexuality.
What is
I
it?
do human rights. Protect life.
You ask
And
Sodome,
life
she said human rights. We said Sodome, she said gay. We ask Ebisiyaga, she said sexual minorities. Confusion of the highest order.
That these people can't go on for as long as they do not recruit or promote. What do you make of the president?
You see, the president is being pressurized. Me, for 3 years, they have opened court cases against me. They have spoken evil against me. They have
We
called
do not
me.
have a court case against
They
you,
threaten
Senator.
death.
We
I've
don't.
received death threats. Americans want to bomb me. This is a man's genital. And you insert them into the intestine. Okay, they put their genitals into the excretory system. This excretory system is not designed to receive. It is only for exit. Kino ekyenda bwe bakikulusanya ne kiyulika ne kitirika omusaayi ne kiryoka kitambuza obulwadde. That is for men. For women, what they do is they begin their sexual acts because she does not have the equipment. They begin to use their lips. So the mouth is used to lick the other person. That's number one. It created orogonorrhea. Many lesbians have orogonorrheas, orosyphilis. Number two, because they don't have the equipment, they begin to use gadgets like bananas. They use carrots. They use bananas. They use cucumbers and other metallized ones, and they put them inside themselves. Because they are not normal.
As I am here, my family supports me. Supports me, so I am here.
Tetulina
Are they supporting
Have a
Sodo?
name.
What is the tribe?
I refuse to tell you. I
Okay,
refuse
Pastor,
to tell you.
Pastor. This anti-gay activism.
No, me, I'm not an anti-gay. Me, I'm anti-sodomy. Nagano kulimbibwa. Gay is being happy. Me, I'm gay. I'm happy. But this is the confusion. They say to be a sodomite is to be happy. No, me, I'm anti-sodomy. Zenwanyisa bisiyaga. Sirwanyisa bantu basanyufu.
And I'm anti-sexual violence.
Which is talking about.
There, when it comes to violence, we're on the same page.
Why don't you fight for heteros as well?
What do you mean?
Heterosexuals.
What do you mean? Fight for heterosexuals.
What
do you mean fighting for heterosexuals?
For their rights. Yeah, for their rights.
They are so. I am a human rights defender.
What
I'm
is
not
that?
limited.
Sodomy
I am not
defender.
limited.
You
I
are
am
an
not
activist
limited.
for LGBTI.
I am an
Lesbians,
activist.
gays,
Bisexual,
transgender, and intersexuals.
Let me tell you something.
Where's the H?
I am.
Oh dear. There we go. So that's that video as well. Go back onto here. Hopefully you guys have also enjoyed it's like the video we just played on as well. Until I watched As I Used to Love Bananas. Where is the H? It's like, it's pretty funny, to be fair. So it's really funny. So there we go. Anyway, folks, hopefully you've enjoyed that. I'm going to go for my 5 to 10 minute break. I don't know if you said in the chat to play certain songs. I think it was. Don't know if it was like Gamma Sandwich or someone, or was it Budgie Burger? I think it was Budgie Burger. You also said it to play the song. I played this on Friday, so let me see if I can find that again and then play it for a bit of background type of music, and then I'll be back just shortly. So let's see if I can find it. Right, okay. It's just a person's sexuality. Why are you gay? You are gay. Ah, dear. Let's see. That's not what I want here. No, that's not the one. There we go. Right, okay. Still not letting me type. I'll see if I can get that sorted out as well during my break, because I don't know what's up with that. Right, okay. So, see if I can find that here. Okay, I need to go through history to see if I can find that. Right, okay. So, if I can have a look here, definitely should be round about this time here. Right, okay. I am not against homosexuality. I'm against sodomy. Ah, dear. Still pretty funny. Right, let me see if I can still find that. Should be around this area, because I remember I played this song around about this time. Let's see. Why are you gay? You are gay. Dear. Oh, I think I went past it. There we go. Do you condemn eating the poo-poo? I think that's the highlight from these two episodes. So hopefully that should play. Actually, we'll do that just in case if I'm not back within a 5 to 10 minute break. Right. Yeah, so I'll just play these songs for now, and then I'll be back just shortly. Might be taking a bit longer just so if I can get something sorted with the keyboard situation. So we'll just focus on this one here. Oh, share audio, definitely. There we go. And yeah, also full screen that as well. Excellent. So I'll just go for just for a short break, and I'll be back with you guys just shortly. So stay tuned, and I'll be back. One sec.
mind that you've been sleeping for so long, until something took a hold of you and forced your third eye open. The way has come, lighted with the way has come, lighted with visions. No one listening to the lies they spread. It's the day of reckoning for the blood we've shed. No one listening to the lies they spread. It's the day of reckoning for the blood we've shed. If you come to find yourself at the end, you'll know the poison that you've sown has rained down. Now all you can do is just feel exposed as we stand and watch you squirm. Our way has come, one with the no more listening to the lies they spread. It's the day of reckoning for the blood we've shed. No more listening to the lies they spread. It's the day of reckoning for the blood we've shed. No more listening to the lies they spread. It's the day of reckoning for the blood we've shed. No more listening to the lies they spread. It's the day of reckoning for the blood we've shed.
So this is a new song and it's called The Calling.
time comes to tread the path unknown, I'll share all that I can with you, my soul. Did you hear the call? Will you receive the message shown? When the tower falls, there's room for growth. The dead flowers become one with the soil. Will you harvest the fall? Building a temple in its place. All that's sacred can't be erased. It doesn't need to be explained. It doesn't need to be explained. When the time comes to tread the path unknown, I'll be right here for you when you return. Did you hear the call? Will you receive the message shown? All that's sacred can't be erased. It doesn't need to be explained. It doesn't need to be explained.
Right, there we go. I'm back, folks. Sorry about that. I'm just trying to see if I can find that banner about Raul Zito and also see if I can sort out the keyboard, and it's not working for the life of me, which is great. But that's not going to stop me from doing the stream. We're just going to finish off the topic about Raul Zito and his complete utter degeneracy, and then we'll move on to the third and final topic, which is about the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. I'm pretty sure you all know what we're going to be talking about with that, what recently came out in terms of a certain Simone Biles, I think you pronounce her last name. But anyway, also just a quick shout out to Donald Fox. Hello, thank you for watching the stream. Let's see here. Okay, so let's have a look here. Okay, so I'll just go back onto this real quick. Share the screen, share that, and then back onto here. Right, preferably this layout here. Perfect. Okay, so I think where I was the last time was around about here. So just continue off with that just now, and then see when it comes to the YouTube banner, I can't find it just now, but I'll see if I can post it in my Telegram chat, and maybe I could bring that up again for Thursday's episode, for episode 18. Again, just see if I can find it later on. But anyway, we'll just continue off from there, finish off this topic, then move on to the third and final. So, as the rest of the article reads, he colored his beard to commemorate his 50,000th subscriber, and he dyed the hair on his head when he reached the 100,000 mark. His team since last year, SBT Games, dropped him on the day of his arrest, writing in a statement that it is awaiting clarification of the facts that the result of the investigation. It was not reported if the suspect remains remanded custody. So for those that just came into the stream and what I'm on about, this here is a fellow Fortnite player by the name of Raul Zito, who has been, to quote the link, lured a couple of children and tried to molest them, of course. Pedo gamer, popular Fortnite gamer, raped kids he lured on live stream after boasted of playing with young talents. So there we go. That's pretty much it. Maceo started a consultancy to develop the talents of young gamers. So basically, long story short, this guy is a complete degenerate. He lured and raped minors between the ages of 10 and 14. Obviously, he's a complete scumbag and needs to be punished for what he did to the children. So, but that's pretty much it regarding to that topic. Again, he's an absolute scumbag. He should be thrown in jail for at least be thrown away the keys and never be seen the light of day again. So, hold on 1 second. Sargon was interviewed on the New Culture Forum this morning, irritatingly the same old. You know what, AlphaGo? I remember I just seen something like that this morning. I think I watched just a wee bit of it, and then I just stopped watching it because it's just, as you said, it's just the same song and dance from Sergen of Smoot, that sort of thing. So, maybe if I can watch it a bit further, maybe we can talk about that for Thursday's episode. Not entirely too sure, but we'll see. We'll definitely see. Let's have a look here. So, let's have a look and see who's in. What's been said? Olympic or okay, oh dear. Right. So. What is that? A garden gnome? Well, I mean, I guess he did it because, as I said, to commemorate his success on these platforms, I guess. But you're not as smart as you think you are, Sargon. Is that, are you a mind reader now, Richard? That whole debate between him and Richard Spencer. But you can still watch on YouTube. I think I got it saved in my download page on YouTube. So whenever there's like a video or a song I want to listen to, it's on the download section. I like that stuff about King Alfred that Sargon said. I think he's also like mainly focusing on his new podcast. Another familiar face, John Davidson. Hello, how are you doing? Thank you for watching the stream. Thank you for being here. Smeargan of Asurgan. Oh dear, yeah. We'll not talk about Sargon this evening. Maybe we can cover that video on Thursday, and maybe we'll see from there. I'm not entirely too sure, but it would be interesting to maybe talk about that, and then of course see from there. So, but anyway, let's get into the third and final topic, which is all to do with the Olympics. So, I'll see if I can get this up here. This is from NBC News. I know it's NBC News, but we'll see from there. Oh yeah, you need to use my mouse to copy and paste that here. Right, okay. So it should allow me to. Oh yeah, there we go. What's even more handy is that I got like an on-screen keyboard, so that should be able to help me out as well for the stream. So that should be good. Sivnat Central when it comes to Sergen Smoot. Let's see. Oh yeah, so I'll get back to this sharing part here. There we go, and then there's the article, and that's a video trying to play. I'll just see if I can quickly close that. There we go. Don't want to play NBC stuff. Right. So Simone Biles withdraws from team final. U.S. women win silver in gymnastics. It is not clear whether Biles will compete in Thursday's individual all-around competition, in which she is the defending champion. So we'll just get into this right here. Now, I'm sure I actually may bring this up in the article, so we'll just read it from here. Simone Biles, who shocked the Olympic world Tuesday when she pulled out of the U.S. team gymnastics finals, said the emotional toll of the Tokyo Games, not a physical injury, prompted her withdrawal. And this is a quote from her. Physically, I feel good. I'm in shape, she told Hoda Kotb, I think it's pronounced, on NBC's Today show following her exit. Emotionally, it varies on the time and moment. Coming to the Olympics and being head star isn't an easy feat. She explained further to NBC's Andrea Joyce that her struggle was more mental and we're just dealing with a couple of things internally. But the girls did well. They stepped up when they needed to, she said. And that's pretty much the end of the quote there. Let me see. Oh, here we go. After Biles' departure, the U.S. women's gymnastics team won silver. Olympic silver medalists. I'm so proud of these girls right here. You girls are incredibly brave and talented. I'll forever be inspired by your determination to not give up and to fight through adversity. They stepped up when I couldn't. Thanks for being there for me and having my back forever. Love y'all. Biles later wrote in an Instagram post. So yeah, so for those that don't know, Simone Biles basically fucked off and decided to abandon her entire team because of it got a bit mentally too much for her, I guess, or something like that, which to me, that just makes her come off as a major coward, especially when it comes to the Olympic Games, which really makes you think, why did she even bother participating in the Olympic Games to begin with? But anyway, we'll just continue on from there. The Russian Olympic Committee won gold and the British team won bronze. The US was hoping to clinch its third straight championship with a strong team, with Biles leading. To quote, I'm okay. She just super frustrated, but super proud of these girls. And now we're silver medalists, something we'll cherish forever. We hope America still loves us. Well, I don't think America would love you because how much of an entitled douchebag you come across as. But, again, that's beside the point. A statement from USA Gymnastics originally said the 24-year-old gymnast withdrew due to a medical issue. She will be, this is a quote from them, she will be assisted daily to determine medical clearance for future competitions, officials said in the statement. Biles' coach later told NBC that physically she is fine, but she is done for the night, mentally speaking, of course. Again, brings up the question, why even bother participating in the games to begin with? So, though shaky on some by her standards, Biles had qualified for all finals and was expected to go on to compete in individual all-around floor exercise, beam, uneven bars, and vault. Cope to be asked Biles if viewers can expect to see her in Thursday's individual all-around competition, where she is the defending champion. This is a quote from them. From her, sorry. We're going to take it day by day, and we're just going to see, she said. The four-time Olympic gold medalist competed in Team USA's first rotation on vault Tuesday, bailing out of her Amanar and only competing a 1.5 twist on a 2.5 twist in Yurchenko. I hope that's pronouncing that correctly. Then taking a big stumble on the landing. And I think this is a video of... Congratulations to the U.S. women for a hard-fought silver medal. So proud of this team, Tokyo 2020. Why be proud of Simone Biles? I mean, she abandoned the team because of mental issues, but all right. She then huddled with a trainer and exited the floor with a team doctor. Biles scored a 13.766, and Amanar can score a maximum of 15.8 in the qualifications. Biles scored a 15.183 on vault. She then was expected to compete on the uneven bars, but Jordan Childs was subbed in. Biles returned to the floor with her team in a sweatsuit to cheer them on and remain in rotations from the sidelines. She told Kotb that her teammates Childs, Sunisa Lee, and Grace McCallum were freaking out when she told them she was going to sit out the rest of the final. They were, of course, this is a quote from her, they were like crying, she said, and I was like, you guys need to relax. You're going to be fine without me. Go out there, you kick some butt just like you've done in training, and just lay it out on the floor. Kotb, I don't know how you really want to pronounce that, pointed out that she essentially stepped into a coaching role. Biles joked, I kind of like that a little bit more. I think I'm going to stay with that now. It's okay. Again, why would you even participate if this is what you're going to be planning on doing to begin with? I mean, is it because of representation she only picked? Is it because of... All right, okay. On Monday, she shared on Instagram... But ultimately speaking, this does not make her look good in any way, shape, or form. I mean, the other team did their best, but the fact that she decided to just abandon her teammates like that and then try to act like as if like she's still part of the team when it's so obvious she abandoned them because of mental issues. Okay. On Monday, she shared on Instagram that she felt competing in the preliminaries wasn't an easy day or my best, but I got through it. Okay, then. I truly do feel like I have the weight of the world on my shoulders at times. I know I brush it off and make it seem like pressure doesn't affect me, but damn, sometimes it's hard. The Olympics is no joke, she wrote. Yeah, you're right. The Olympics is not really a joke. It's a big deal when it comes to sports around the world. And the fact that she did that, I mean, okay. Biles won the 5 medals in Rio de Janeiro in 2016 and has a chance to win 6 at these games. She is not only the star of the women's gymnastics team, but also arguably the biggest name on Team USA. Ali Rezman, a former Team USA gymnast who won 3 Olympic gold medals, said on Today that she felt sick to her stomach about Biles' exit, as you know, understandably so. In fact, here's a video about this as well. We can just play it along and see from there. So hopefully it doesn't buffer or anything like that at all, and then we'll see. Continue on from there. Let's see. Looks like we'll just have to play the waiting game. Hold on one sec. The waiting game sucks. Who wants to play Hungry Hippos? Sorry, that's a Simpsons joke or anything like that at all, but all right. Right, so it looks like the video is not going to play, so I'm sure there's the quote here from the video. So the quote, Ali, I think it's pronounced the name, it reads here, I think that Simone is the biggest story going into the Olympics, so this is just, it's really, really devastating, she said. But I think it's also just really important to think about how much pressure has been on her. And there's only so much that someone can take. You know, she's human, and I think sometimes people forget that. And Simone, just like everyone else, is doing the best that she can. NBC Olympics primetime host Mike Tirico and said Biles' departure was certainly as odd a turn, I think, as anyone expected. It was a bizarre twist, to say the least, he said, but Tirico also noted that for Biles, internally, externally, there was a lot of pressure, a lot of expectations, and sometimes it's hard to deliver when that's the case. See, this is the whole... It's just ridiculous because look, there's been so many people who have participated in the Olympic Games in the past. You know, I'm sure there's a lot of pressure to go into the Olympics, right? Obviously, no doubt about that, regardless of which sport you're participating in during the Olympics. But this just kind of comes off to me as this Simone person is only just doing this for attention. That's really what it really comes down to. I mean, the fact that she abandoned her teammates and then decided to sit on the sideline and acting like a coach and not actually participating in the games whatsoever. It's like, well, how do you think the other teammates feel during this time with the Olympics? I mean, she's not like the only person who's going through any type of pressure or anything like that at all. So anyway, we'll just continue on from there. We can't imagine what kind of pressure she's under, he said. Tirico lauded Biles' teammates who, with no margin for error, were able to win the silver, which is a great effort on their part. But again, would you not prefer maybe to win gold or anything like that? But I guess not in this case. But that's pretty much the end of the article here. I wonder if I can actually see the Instagram post real quick, if I can. So, it's not. I need to log in. Well, screw that then. Okay, fair enough. We'll just move along from there then. Okay, so that's that for the article in question. But oh well, here we go. Close that and back on here. Yeah. So let me just have a look and see what's been said. Tissues at the ready, folks. British Gammon. Thank you very much, British Gammon, for the comment. So let's see. She's a multi-millionaire vocal on BLM. This is not wash. Oh, there you go. Then that explains everything then. Yeah, so she's a multi-millionaire vocal on Black Lives Matter, so a supporter of BLM. No surprise there. This is not washing. So basically, she's just doing this just for like attention and also just for publicity's sake. That's ultimately what she's doing this for. So instead of actually trying to win like the gold medals for the U.S. Olympic team, no, it's all about her. It's all about like herself and all of that. So she's a gymnast, not a cardiac surgeon. She is an impressive. No. TikTok and Twitter is too much. I can't bear it. She's a little curvy, but has a cute face. I wonder if I could get off work tomorrow, cited mental issues. Well, see, this is the funny thing. Everything that she's saying here is like, if any other person tries to make these same points with going into work or school or university or anything like that, nobody would take that seriously. Instead, this thing happens and everyone's like, well, we have to remember that, mental health is very important. And, these Olympic participants, they go through a lot. It's like, look, it's just like one person who's done this to abandon their team members. How do you think the other team members are feeling regarding to this? As I said before, and again, my apologies if I sound like I'm repeating myself here. I understand. I'm not like the most athletic person myself in this case, but I can imagine participating in games like this, especially with the Olympic Games. There's clearly a lot of pressure going into it, and I understand that you want to do your best as humanly possible. You really want to try to win gold on many of these sporting events during the Olympics. Obviously, there's of course no denial about that whatsoever. But when it comes to the point of just outright quitting the whole thing, abandoning your teammates, and then sitting along the sidelines and trying to act like a coach, it's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. A lot of black women athletes have been acting up lately. They know the media worship them, so pulling stunts like this takes attention away from the real winners with no effort, usually white women. That's a good point, Hound of Ulster, because I remember seeing there was an article about some jogger during the Olympics, I think, refused to, what was it, like, not take the knee, but refused to pledge for the national anthem with America or something like that. It was something along those lines, but I remember seeing that as well. And I remember during the Olympics, like some other person decided to say, well, during the Olympics that they hate America, they want to burn the flag or something like that. And it's just like why are you making these points during the Olympics? Of course, we all know why. It's just to draw attention and trying to put the spotlight on them and not actually focusing on the actual participants. You are focusing on trying to win gold during the Olympic Games. And it's a sad fact of reality, but that is the reality of it all, unfortunately. Our pal, hello, how you doing? Thank you for watching the stream. I blame the Marxists. Yeah, I blame the Marxists too, but there's another group of people I would also blame. So, but that's beside the point. What about the USSR athletes? They didn't crack and they did their jobs in spite of pressure. Exactly. Well, see, that's the point I'm trying to make here. Many other people, regardless of countries they're from, there's a lot of pressure, but they never cracked to it. So, yeah. If those people manage to get on well, why can't she? I think that's a problem on her part. Maybe it's a time to maybe either focus on the pressure and then actually go through with it, or honestly just don't participate whatsoever. It's that straightforward. So It cannot be mental. Well, see, that's the funny thing, because even it said in the article she participated in the 2016 Olympics, so apparently she did just fine during then. So it's like, well, then what seems to be the issue here? You know, like mental issues. When everyone says you're a champ, losing stings. Yeah, an off topic here, but my upstairs neighbor is grunting and groaning quite loudly. Fair enough. Let me see. Always mental. Has the women's weightlifting started yet? I want to see that Giza clean up. I think this could be happening this week. I'm not too sure if it's going to be tomorrow or Tuesday or Wednesday, but I think it's going to be happening sometime this week. So it would be interesting to see how that will turn out, of course. Mental health. So fed up with people using that just when things get tough. Yeah. The thing with that is, Amanda, just to respond to that real quick, I understand that there are people that do go through mental health issues like a lot, like people who genuinely have mental health issues like depression and all of that. Those people, they do need like help and support any way they can. But my biggest problem when it comes to that is there are people here, well, not here, like in the chat or in the live stream, I mean, like in general, in public or whatnot, who will actually use mental health issues as like a crutch for their problems. And when it gets too tough, then they'll just use it as an excuse kind of thing. Those people I have a problem with, because, again, there's people out there who have legitimate mental health issues and definitely need help. And then you get some precious snowflake who just use mental health as an excuse for not doing anything they're being asked to do or even want to do because it's too tough for them. So it's a sad factor, but it's a fact of reality, unfortunately. So they're not a very mental stable bunch, are they? From the list of things, they're clearly not. Mental issues, once again. U.S. failure in one news story. Exactly that. When the going got tough, she got jogging. Nothing to do with Adder. I being illegal in Japan. Brave and fearless. Yes, so stunning and brave. Gives a medal for bravery. A brave and fearless springing Olympic turd. Oh dear. So let me see here. Right, just want to continue on from there. Oh, what's that? Can't compete fairly. Some people are used to positive discrimination. Hands up. Let me see. Where was I when it comes to the comments here? Something off topic to share here. Upstairs neighbor has been loudly grunting and groaning for 20 minutes. To be honest with you, UELO, if it sounds like maybe they're going through, like maybe like if it sounds like there's something wrong with the neighbor, I would say maybe contact the ambulance or anything like that. If they continue on doing that for another like minute or two, definitely contact some like authority, like the ambulance or emergency services or anything like that. So. She's a gymnast. No, oh, I've already read that. Sorry. 1 second. Where was I here? I think I'm here. Yeah. Cold, Lazarus, Dennis Potter, Reality or Nothing. I think I'm exactly here. Yeah. Okay. If they gave the black sprinters gold before the race, they would see sprinting records obliterated. You know what? Actually, there's a bit of a white pill type of video I want to show you guys because I've seen this earlier on before I started the stream. Great. The only thing that I can't remember is where exactly I found it. It's on Telegram. I know that much. But where exactly did I find it on? Let me see here. Right, I'm definitely determined to see if I can find this video because this is to do with the Olympics when it comes to the sprinting section of it, and I'll definitely see if I can find a way to showcase that. Let me see here. should be. Oops. In fact, close that and then back on here. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, let me just see if I can find it through here. Right, it's definitely on Telegram. I know that here. Okay. I don't know if it's in this channel or that channel, but I'm definitely certain it was here. Right, let's see. It was an Australian sprinter. I do know that much. Right, okay. Okay, I'm definitely determined to showcase this video, so let's see here. Australian sprinter, right, okay. No messages found. God damn it. Okay. Let's see here. Was it in P? It's here. I know it's here. I definitely see it somewhere during this. I'm so determined to find this video because, again, it's a very white pilling moment. Let me see. Also want to say congratulations to Fascist Fitness for having 5,000 subscribers, which is really good to see. Let me see. Oh, found it. Right. Okay. So forwarded from Vincent James. Some white guy with a mullet just beat the second fastest man in the world, WTF. It really is white boy summer. Yeah, so let me just show you backward, and then we'll see if we get back onto here. So what I'll do is just quickly screen share that almost towards the end of the stream. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Share a screen. And then we'll see from here. Perfect. Okay, so back onto here. Start with this. So this is a guy in question, the Australian sprinter who beat this dude right here. Second fastest man in history. Price's reaction to being beaten by the Aussie. And here is the video in question. Now this is during the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
Got away well, so did Blake out wide and Rosati. Browning's having a terrific run. The first three to qualify. You betcha! Not the first three. It's a 10:01 or something. Oh boy, We've got one. We've found one.
Wow, that was so brilliant. Rowan Browning, take your hat off.
Yeah, brilliant. That's absolutely excellent. Let me see, get back onto here. Oops, this one. Perfect. There we go. Yep, nice. Yep, definitely. Because usually we're always told that the blacks are more faster than the whites. Well, clearly with that video, that it's completely the polar opposite. So it's completely blown in the latter's face at this point. White men can't jump, black men can't. Oh dear, yeah, it was great, Amanda. It definitely was great. So it's definitely a very white pilling moment with that. So anyway, is the Olympics on? It is on, but I'm actually still surprised that it was on, because I thought it would start around about maybe late July or early August, but hey, it's definitely on. So yeah. Well, there you go. There's a bit of a white pilling moment towards the end of the show here, because it's now 5 to 8. That message I read out with from ages ago, but they have stopped now. I think they were having okay, hopefully. Okay, that's fair enough. I am white and I'm really fast. That's good English weather, really good. You imagine they had their speakers. Oh no. Cream always rise to the top, pun intended. That's a good pun, Durham. Good pun there. Right, perfect. So coming towards the end of the show, I'm just going to see if I can find the link for Mark's Warzone tournament link. I'll see if I can find that here. Right. Won't be as open. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, it'll be on this Odyssey account. Right. Copy link, and then back onto here. Right. I'll post that just now. First of football, now the Olympics. Yeah. It's it's getting a lot worse when it comes to these sporting events. So, and anyway, there's a link for Mark Collette's Odyssey account channel. Well, specifically the live stream for the Warzone tournament. So, but there you go. So, oops. There we go. They're probably coping saying he used drugs. There's a possibility they might try and make that guy like bad or whatever because how dare he beat a black person during the Olympics. But anyway, so I saw a black sprinter representing the UK at the Olympics was disqualified for cheating, taking a false start. Ooh, that's interesting. But hey, there you go. Right, well, folks, I really appreciate you guys being here tonight. It's a very good turnout as per usual. Thank you all very much for your support and continuing watching the show. Regarding to that, Laura T posted a good sprinter video. All right, I'll see if we can have a look at that after the stream. Brilliant stuff. Well, thank you very much, Dragon Energy. Share the screen because I'm going to see if I can play the outro song for the episode tonight. So let's have a look and see if I can find YouTube again. I'm actually trying to think of a song. I don't normally play this song, but it's a song I normally listen during one particular stream. Let's see here. Right, because I also want to make this a bit of a surprise as well. Hold on one sec. Here we go. It would be a lot easier if I can actually get this working with my keyboard, but no, of course not. So, right. See if I can play this. Right, okay. I think it may be popping up here as well. Right, just want to play it first and see if that's the right song in question.
When there's nothing left.
Yeah, it is. Perfect. Right, so I don't normally play this song, but I've been listening to this song for a few times now while I'm watching No White Guilt's stream whenever it's on. So let me just go back onto this page real quick and see if I can play this for you all tonight. But again, I really appreciate your time for being here. This is Chief Moody signing out. You have been watching the Mood of the Nation podcast. I'll see you all on Thursday with episode 18. See you all there. Stay safe, take care, and good night.
When there's nothing left but the fire in my chest and the air that fills my lungs, I'll hold my tears and trade my ears for a glimpse at kingdom come. On the other side of misery, there's a world we long to see. The strife we share will take us there to relief and sovereignty. Oh, by God, we'll have our home again. By God, we'll have our home. By blood or sweat, we'll get there yet. By God, we'll have our home. In our own towns, we're foreigners now. Our names are spat and cursed. The headline smack of another attack, not the last and not the worst. Oh, my fathers, they look down on me. I wonder what they feel to see their noble sons driven down beneath a coward's heel. Oh, my God, we'll have our home again. My God, we'll have our home. By blood or sweat, we'll get there yet. My God, we'll have our home. The road is dark, the way is lost. My eyes, they strain to see. I struggle forth to find a friend to light the way for me. Oh, brothers, can you hear my voice, or am I all alone? If there's no fire to guide my way, then I will start my own. Oh, my